Good evening, everybody, and welcome to BITESIZE. How are we all doing? I'm a bit tired. I won't lie. Well, a bit tired. I'm absolutely exhausted. Straight from the National Running Show yesterday, entertaining the nation on Saturday. Straight to work today. I'm absolutely broken. But yes, how is everybody doing? Welcome to BITESIZE. This is a Monday sort of hangout, chatting about stuff, running shoes, running bits, coaching, well, whatever really. As I always say on this show, I don't really care what we talk about, to be perfectly honest with you. Whatever you fancy. This goes out as a podcast as well. So if you're listening to this on your run, thanks very much for taking us along with you tonight. We are also live this Friday. We are back live Friday with our award-winning podcast, The Long Run Show. We did a pre-record last week, which I have to say thank you to everybody who's listened to that. We got a lot of good feedback on that. It was an email special that didn't become an email special because we ended up talking about running influencers, and it got into a really good conversation. And they're the best. They're the best sort of podcasts that we do, where actually we don't end up talking about what we're meant to talk about. We end up talking about like other random stuff, and we ended up in this conversation talking about running influencers and all this kind of stuff. So it's a really cool convo. If you've not checked it out, make sure you do. If you've been living under a rock, we were live at the National Running Show on Saturday. We did the live show, get my brain into gear. And we was honestly blown away by the number of people who came to see us. So much so that Collie Jackson didn't have an audience. Apparently everybody came to see us, which was really awesome. Thank you very much for that. We genuinely really appreciate the support that we've got this weekend at the show. It means a lot to us. We are mates who like to talk about running. Obviously, I come on here and chat out, hang out and chat with you guys on a Monday. And it means a lot. We genuinely do just turn up and talk. And hopefully you could see that. The podcast from the show is out now. The video from the show is out now in terms of the recording. We weren't allowed to do it live. But whatever. I think it's better actually if it comes out as a recording. On Sunday, the vlog from the weekend will come out because we got up to some other stuff, including a massive rave run that nearly didn't go ahead because the people at the NEC are boring. No, they're not. They were, to be fair to them, they done us a favor because there was a miscommunication between them and the people who've done the show and us and whatever. But no, that was awesome. So yeah, that's coming out on Sunday. So make sure you check that out. It's a lot of fun. It's one of our 40 Runs Weekend videos. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. So yeah, the show was amazing. I'd like to do more of those live shows. I think the chemistry of having the team together with a live audience is awesome. So if anyone's got any ideas of where we could go next, we're obviously going to be back in Newcastle doing a live show in Newcastle. But I don't know, should we go and try and do one in no idea, like Staffordshire or Manchester or something. I mean, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I don't know. I just think it'd be a cool thing to do. I really enjoy doing it. And I think we was up there for 45 minutes, so we could have easily done probably another 45 minutes. So let us know. Anyone's got any ideas, or is an agent that books people, let me know. Okay, right. So shoes is great at the moment because it's a bit of a lull. I kind of like it. February 1st is a masses of new releases coming out. Middle of Feb, there's some stuff coming out that I think you guys are going to dig. I'm not going to say anything so I don't get shot because of embargoes. But there's some cool stuff coming out in February. So hang on in there till February, where there's going to be some cool stuff coming out. Some of the releases that you've been waiting for will be coming out slowly but surely. So just be patient, people, because some of those shoes that you've been asking for are coming. That's probably about as much as we say about that. But yeah, we got some shoes in that we're running in at the moment. But I'm not going to say anything more on those at the moment for now. So we'll leave that there, shall we? So I don't get myself into trouble. Now, if you are watching this live, I'm already seeing the chat box filling up. Get in the chat box, get in the comments, get involved, whether it's a shoe question, any question, whatever you want to do, right? Get in there and get chatting away. We love all that. Did you get a pair of shoes at the National Running Show? Are you looking for a new pair of shoes? Are you waiting for a pair of shoes? Maybe you've got a training question because you're training for something. Let me know in the comments and we'll jump in there in just a second. So, yes, that was it. I just wanted to give you really just a big hug, if I could, from all the love from the weekend. Last piece of business, least bit of admin. Firstly, make sure you're all subscribed to this YouTube channel. Make sure you've given this live stream. You've got to click the thumbs up button. Thank you. Don't remember what it is. Make sure you do that for me. And there was one other thing, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it'll probably come to me halfway through the show as we sort of drift through the next half an hour, because I am very tired this week. So I'm not sure how much I've got in me, but that's depending on you and how long you want to rock it out for. So should we jump into those comments? So good evening, everybody, straight away. I love the fact that you guys all join me here live on this day. I think it's just awesome. Evening, Bam Bam. That's great to see you. Evening, Sue, Steve. So many faces that we know. Storm. The rave shakeout. Yeah, the rave shakeout will go down in history, I think, as one of the greatest events ever at the NEC. Evening, Craig. Evening, John. Evening, Rob G. Dave, is that you? Rob G. Is that you? Let me know. Seamus, good evening to you. Bam Bam. Evening, Mr. Ford. Hope you recovered after the weekend. What a fantastic event. Both the live long run show and group run. Thanks for supporting us, Bam Bam, for coming along. It was great to see both of you there, Mrs. Bam Bam as well. That was awesome. Oh, by the way, somebody today, best thing I've seen all day. They, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, but I was wearing a T-shirt that I had specially made for Tobe because I love him so much at the weekend. Like, love the boy. And I had a T-shirt specially made, Speedgoat one. And I put it on the store today. And somebody's ordered it from America. I think it's brilliant. The fact that somebody in America is going to be wearing a Speedgoat T-shirt. I think it's so good. I just think it's brilliant. Is that you guys want to support the channel by a Speedgoat top? I mean, it's great. And I've done that it was a love letter to Tobe on stage because I love him so much. Right, evening, James. Evening, what's this one? Evening, Siobhan. Great shakeout run. I second the exhausted feeling. Yeah, it was a massive high, wasn't it, from the weekend? I think I'm going to come crashing down at some point. Thank you, Gary, for checking in on the sound of vision for me tonight. You know how much I appreciate it. I think marathon training is started for Ian, using one of your plans. Good boy, Ian. I think marathon training is for a few people has started today or over the last few weeks. Let us know if you've got any questions about that. Obviously, we can pick them up also on a Friday if we don't get time tonight on the live stream. But I'm in marathon training mode, and I really need to kick my marathon training off. Ben and I have changed our plans for this weekend. We're actually going to go out and long run this weekend. We have got so many races booked in. We're actually going to sack one off and concentrate on the long run this weekend, which will be good because I've got a pair of shoes in mind that I want to run on that run, which I won't tell you now. You'll have to wait. Mick, my man, Mr. Speaker. So Mick had to run around the Birmingham NEC, nearly 4 miles, with a massive speaker on his back. And he did so in a pair of Vaporfly 3s. What an absolute hero, wearing Vaporfly 3s with a speaker on his back. Evening, Coffee Bean. Evening, Sam. Big love to you, my young friend. Hope you're doing well. Sending a lot of love your way. Gary Howland, you were robbed at the running was. No, Gary, we wasn't robbed. You can't be robbed if you don't apply yourself. So there were some awards at the National Running Show, but we deliberately, and I'm being straight up, I'm not going to go too much into it because admin will kill me, but we deliberately didn't push those awards. The fact that we knew we was nominated, but there was circumstance around it, and we deliberately stepped out of that. And I'm not going to say any more than that, but we was never, ever going to win an award there. Okay? And we deliberately didn't push it. I got in a lot of trouble with my friends about that one, but we deliberately did not push that. You can vote for us at the Sports Podcast Awards. That's one we're happy to put out there. But those awards, we were not interested in. And I'm not going to say any more than that. God, man, there's loads of you here. Thanks very much, everybody here. Lindsay's had a great time at the National Running Show as well. Debbie, Bring it down Saturday. Such amazing fun. The shakeout. Our next shakeout run, I think, is going to be at the Manchester Marathon. Yet to be confirmed. That's our sort of next piece of. We've got a big announcement coming on February the 1st, which I know I've mentioned before, but that's the countdown's on for that. And then once we get that out of the way, we're then going to focus in on the Manchester Marathon shakeout run, see if we can get something going there, and then forward plan from there. But it's a bit hard to do stuff and announce stuff at the moment until that February the 1st announcement comes out. Let me know in the comments if you've got any idea what you think it is. Robert Henson, 40. I need a recommendation for a marathon race shoe, aiming for a sub 4. Have a wider foot, and the Adidas Pro 3 is just too narrow and doesn't suit me. Does it need carbon? If it doesn't need carbon, buy the Super Blast. Have you tried? Oh, actually, Saucony Pro 3. And this is a bit left of field. Have you tried the Saucony Speed 3? Because that's a wider toe box. Just an idea. Put that out there. The other one to try is possibly the Asics shoe, the Meta Speed. That's a little bit more forgiving in the upper as well. Yeah, so maybe try one of those. A few ideas. Let me know which one you go for, Robert, and good luck to you, whatever you're doing. Correct, Mark. Colin Jackson is a FORDY runner. He has a shirt. We gave it to him when we did a podcast with him. Kurt, absolutely gutted not to be at the running show. Missed the Star event. COVID had other plans, so it kept it to myself. Could have done with new socks with the miles I'll be doing this year. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Kurt. Would have been great to see you. But don't worry, there'll be other times. Okay, don't worry. We will or should be back next year at the National Running Show. So don't panic. Speedy Pants is on. Michael Sandyford, how are you doing, brother? Confirmed for London. Good boy. Do one before Leeds Marathon. Include the Rhinos. Oh, you're thinking about in terms of the live podcast. What you think we'd get people to turn up if we did one in Leeds? We could do one. We could do one at the Henley Stadium. What do you think? Do a show at Henley Stadium in one of their rooms. What do you think? People would turn up? Let me know. What do we think about that one? What about a live before Manchester? Yeah, that's a good shout, Mick. Because there's quite a few of us going up there, isn't there? We could do a live show in the evening in Manchester. I'm thinking along them lines as well. Let me hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. So what was it you said? Leeds Marathon. And it was Manchester, wasn't it? I'm just wondering if we do something in... We're trying to get some retail space for Manchester. Maybe we could do something there. Keep the ideas coming, people. I like it. Live show around the Leeds Marathon. Yeah, I think there could be something there, actually. I think there could be something there. Yeah. Hang on, just give me another idea. This is the problem when I've got ADHD, see? Just write lists. Got it. Right, okay, let's move on. Great Twos is saying they're great. Matt Nash, great to meet you, Hayden Allen, on Sunday. Which queue was longer, the one to meet Mo or you? That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Mo had a very big queue. I had to move Mo out of the way on Sunday morning. I was late to the show on Sunday morning. And I didn't have the camera on at the time. Otherwise, I'd have got it on video. But I came down and Mo was standing in front of me. And I just went, Mo, like, nicely, but excuse me, Mo. And I sort of moved him to my... And I put my hand on him and moved him. And he just looks at me and laughed, smiled sort of thing. And then I carried on, like, as I do. But, yeah, he's a good boy. Very good boy. Doing some great stuff with the kids, which is great. Steven, don't listen to Sam Herbert on Instagram. Needs to be on a t-shirt. I think it was Instagram or TikTok. I can't remember what I said. I was slamming somebody. But you know how I roll. Mark Hall, brilliant weekend at the National Running Show. Saturday's live podcast and the epic rave run. Going to be hard to beat that. Thanks again, Mark, from the Nottingham satellite. That's awesome. We've got a new satellite started, by the way, in Epping Forest, if you're around that sort of Loughton way. That's going to be on Thursdays at 6:30. Free to join. Social run. No particular pace in mind. If you just want to go out for a nice chatty run, that's going to be for you. Don't have to be, anything special to go along to that. Evening, James. Can't usually make the live stream, but listen to all your podcasts on my commute. Got hooked as you sound like Rob Beckett with similar. So I've been caught now. So here we go. So Rob Beckett's a new one. As I said before, I don't know which podcast I was on. I've been called the Ricky Gervais of running. That sort of Marmite personality. You either love me or you hate me. But Rob Beckett's a new one. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment because I like Rob Beckett. I think he's a funny guy. I'd love to get Rob Beckett on one of our podcasts. I'd love to get him into running because he's just a really funny guy. If anybody knows Rob Beckett or his agent, let me know. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd like to go and do a video with one of those guys. Just take him around, do a 10K or something with him. Would be hilarious. Siobhan, she bought the Boston 12 at the running show to hopefully replace my Saucony Speed 3. Hopefully, hope it's a wise choice. Yeah, it's a great shoe. Great shoe, Boston 12. And new colorways, banging. So, can't recommend the Boston 12 enough. If the Speed 3 don't work for you, obviously we've got Speed 4 coming soon. Then the Boston 12 is a good shout. Very, very good shoe. Evening, Kevin. Good evening, FORDY. This is Denty from the National Running Show. Hello, sir. I'm the obstacle course. Yes, obstacle course. I called him a nutter. I think you said, I did call you a nutter. You're absolutely right. Obstacle course nutter. But anyway, it was lovely to see you. And again, it was really nice to catch up with so many new people. Come up and said hello. That was awesome. I apologise. On Sunday, we shut up shop at lunchtime because, well, basically I was tired. I want to go and see my kids, but also at the storm and things. I didn't want to get caught out. So apologies if you used this Sunday afternoon. Dermot. Hey, Chris. Dublin Marathon Expo for the next live Q&A. You'll love it. Is there a 40 running group anywhere here in the program? I know we're working on getting a group up and running in Ireland, but if you want to get involved in that, please get in touch with us because we want to spread our wings as far as we can, especially Dublin. That would be awesome. If you know anybody at the Dublin Expo, Dublin Marathon, you got a contact there, get them in touch. hello@fordyruns.com, and we'll fly out and we'll do something for them as well. Michael, next for the ASICS Super Blast link on Instagram last week. I couldn't pass on that price. Yeah, we put a link out. Well, it wasn't a link. It was I can't remember who it was. One of the guys found that the ASICS had put out a load of Super Blasts at like half price, like £97. And by the time a lot of you got on that, they'd gone. I know some people even had their orders cancelled. But I know Admin got some, Sai got another pair. I think that's his third pair of Super Blasts. Tobe definitely didn't get a pair because he hates them. He says they're the worst shoe he's going. But they were out cheap. So it's one of those ones, a bit like the sort of Alpha Fly business that went on. But if you could get them, you could have got them quick. Okay. Smash the like button. James is saying, yeah, thank you very much. Alf, this time last week, I was in Tesco car park loading my shopping into a car, and this cat jumped out of my boot. I took it home and named it FORDY. So there's a cat named FORDY. That's great news. Thanks very much for that, Alf. I appreciate that. Lauren, she loved chatting at the running show. The Shakeout Run was brilliant. It was lovely chatting to everybody. Thank you very much for coming along. Oh, this is cool. Hello from Atlanta. Any thoughts to prevent numb feet on long runs? Yeah, look at your lacing. Have a look at your lacing. Even change your laces. Funnily enough, I was just talking to one of my runners about this. She had some pain in her foot. I said, change your laces in the shoes. So have a look at your lacing in those shoes. Also, maybe think about the socks. But definitely have a look at the lacing. HF Prepper evening. What's your view on the ideal minimum entry requirements to do the LERF? I just said it. Okay. So this is a question about running leadership. So England Athletics, you can do many things, and one of the ways to start is to do a running leadership qualification. Now, this is not a coaching qualification, but it's like a pathway in. It's a lead. You can lead runs. You're insured and DBS check, safeguard, and all that stuff. It's a requirement that you can get over here, or a qualification you can get over here in the UK. Do I think there should be a minimum entry requirements? No. I think it's good that it's open to as many people as possible. I think everybody's experience is different, and I think that should be welcomed. I don't like to put barriers up, in particular to discourage people from doing these sort of things. As a club, we want more run leaders in the club. We operate obviously a lot of local groups, and we, as a club, contribute towards getting people trained up, and we want to train more people up. So I would say no, I wouldn't want to put entry requirements. I can understand what you're saying, but I would say no. I think there should be no barrier to entry. It's Dave. So Dave, or Rob G, but Dave, I call him, has the pleasure of winning our volunteer London Marathon place. So Rob or Dave is going to be doing the London Marathon this year, down to basically our volunteers. So our volunteers at 40 Rounds Running Club, they do so much volunteering. They're awesome. And London Marathon events gave them a London Marathon place again. And Dave, Rob, won it. So good luck to you. I hope to see you along on a Wednesday. Jem, hi Fordy. I require a stability shoe. Been training in the Kayanos and guides for a marathon training, but neither feel very cushioned or bouncy, and my feet are in bits after my long runs. Any alternatives? Okay. Yeah, the Kayanos are a solid shoe. The Guide 16 is firm. Guide 17 is different. I would wait until, and are they out now? I haven't got the tech sheet. It's like, hang on. I don't think they are. I'm Googling it live on here because I'm a hero. They are out in the US, but I don't see them available here in the UK. So I might be wrong on that, but I don't see them here in the UK. I would have a look at the Guide 17 when it comes out. They've played around with that quite a lot. I think you might like that. So hopefully that is something for you. Let me know what you do. Kurt, what if the YouTube sponsored the running so you could get all the Runfluencers in one place a weekend? Could you imagine the crowd? I'm not sure that'd be a very interesting show. Just, you know what I mean? I just listen, Kurt, to Friday's podcast. I think you might get my view on this. That whole, actually, you've got a very watered down view on that sort of whole space. No, yeah, I think there's a. I've got to be very careful. I just don't think that'd be very interesting. I think some people would be exposed. Right, I got myself out of trouble there. Lindsay, hi Chris, really enjoyed the live show at the National Running Show. Meeting you and taking part in the 5K rave run, brilliant fun. Your parents are adorable. Yeah, we had the chairman and the club secretary there. They loved it. They loved it. They got a lot of love this weekend. The chairman had a great time. James, asked last week for a recommendation on the replacement to the Vaporfly 2. Couldn't justify the price of a Vaporfly 3 or Hoka Rocket X2, so went for the Velocity Nitro 2. Okay, how have you found them, James? Give us some feedback on the Velocity Nitro 2. Are you sure you went? Hang on. You went, instead of Vaporfly 2, you went for the Velocity Nitro 2, which is a daily trainer versus a racing shoe. Have we got that wrong? Do you mean the Elite Nitro? Let us know. This is a great question. He's going to hate me for this. When do the Speedgoat pants go on sale? I'd love to sell Speedgoat pants. I want to actually design him a whole range of clothing. I also want to start him his own YouTube channel and put all the bits that he's appeared in my videos and put them, like, cut them up and edit them and put them out on another channel and call it the Speedgoat channel. I might even get him like a TikTok account. I just think it'd be brilliant. He's probably going to absolutely kill me for saying this, but I just think it'd be brilliant. He's genuinely one in a million. I just love the man. Robert, thoughts on deload weeks during marathon training? 40. I love deload weeks. They're really important. It's that point of doing one before you need one. Does that make any sense? I think you've got to look at your volume and maybe your intensity, and try and look at it cumulatively, over a 4 to 6 week period and think to yourself, right, I do need my body to catch up. But you don't want to get to the point in that training that you need that deload. You want to do it before you need it. Does that make any sense, Robert? I'm a big believer in them. I like them. I usually tend to have them when I've got like a race. That's when I tend to put them in. So I drop down a lot and then just focus on one run, which will be the race. That's what I tend to do. But yeah, I recommend them as a coach, but I would say you want to put them in before you need them. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, Michael Sanford's back. With the price of the Adidas Pro 3s at the same price as the Boston 12, is it better to get used to the shoe I'll run London, or is the durability of the Boston better value? I wouldn't like to try, Michael. Look, you're on another level in terms of speed, pace, and everything you run. Okay, but if I was your coach, I'd rather you be in your super blasts, yeah, smashing the life out of them, and then dropping your pro threes in for those marathon goal efforts on your longer runs and stuff like that. I wouldn't necessarily bother with the Boston 12. Yeah, I think it's a tough one with you, but I think you really want to get a shoe like the Super Blast you've got, and then maybe something a little bit more back to basics for those easy days that you do. And I don't think the Boston 12 would do that for you. Now, just put it in relation, Michael's a quick runner, so I would look for like a daily with no any plates in it or fiber in it at all. If it was me, that would be my advice to you. But listen, you're doing an exceptional work out there, my friend. So you just keep it real, keep it rocking like you do. Gary wants a t-shirt, sound and vision on point. That's not a bad shout. Yeah, so Marcus is there for speed work and long runs. Michael, we're on the same wavelength. Did you, David Log, did you enjoy having Eilish as the warm-up act? We did enjoy having Eilish for this. She's a lovely lady. There was a picture on Koros Instagram talking to some of our ladies from our Carlisle, They're part of our global run crew, which is a virtual running group. Goes out twice a week. You're welcome to join that. It's free. Just join a Facebook group or whatever, or there's a Strava group for them, and it's free. They go out twice a week. There's some sessions that are set up to go out. But yeah, they're part of that. So big shout out to those ladies. But yeah, she loved it. Old Eilish. She's a good girl. Very good. I like her a lot. Got all the time in the world for somebody like that. Sam, thanks, Fordy. Appreciate all the love. Yeah, good boy. You keep going, son. Oh my God, there's so many questions. Thank you for everybody for tuning in live. James, looking for a quick, firm marathon shoe. The softness of the Cumulus has wrecked my knee. Marathon training shoe or marathon race shoe? That's what I want to know. Are you looking for a training shoe or are you looking for a race day shoe, James? Come back to me. You've got about 10 minutes. Robert, I did my half in the Metaspeed Sky Plus. Not sure if it has enough cushioning for a fall. And thanks for wishing me luck. I think there's enough in them. I know Ben ran Chicago Marathon, Metaspeed Sky Plus. No problem from him. He ran 3:21, I think. Metaspeed Sky Plus. Dermot, you nailed it for Robert Fordy. I wear orthotics and have a wide foot. I have 4 pairs of the Speed 3. So there you go, Dermot. It's not the worst thing to say, right? They've got quite a roomy toe box. Going back to Dermot's question about a marathon shoe. So it's not a bad shout. Right, James has just answered. So let me go back to your question, James. So James is looking for a firmer marathon shoe. I would say it might be worth, if you're looking for something with a plate in it, it would be worth always looking at the Adidas Pro 3. They've got plate rods because it's that Light Strike Pro is a little bit firmer than something like a Zoom X. All right. But it might be worth waiting for the Brooks Hyperion 4, Elite 4. I'll just say that to you. Or the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4, but I think the Brooks is going to be a firmer ride. Okay. But more on that down the road. Okay. Coming back. I'm trying to find out where I was. Right, Anthony. Massive thanks from me, Anthony. Trying double runs and track sessions for this marathon training. It's something I've never tried before. So thanks for the advice. Sub 4 plan going well. Good luck to you, right? Yeah, I'd strongly recommend if, chucking in the double runs, trying the track sessions, mixing up what you're doing. You don't have to just, keep drilling out the runs on the road. Mix it up. What you're doing, it can make a big, big difference. You don't need to go nuts on double runs, and it's not for everybody. Make sure watch the video we said about double runs because there's some downside to it as well. Dawn's loving Leeds and Manchester ideas about. It's whether I can get the guys there, I suppose. That's another thing to think about, it. Again, if anyone's a promoter, let us know. One's up, Z. Hi, just need a bit of encouragement. I've been trying to get the FORDY's patronage group I'm running since just before Christmas. I'm only managed to get 2 others coming at the moment. Have a chat with Hayden. Book a call in with Hayden. There's look at David in Sheffield. Even tonight he's had like 10, 12 people turning up. So and he had a chat with Hayden. So speak to Hayden is always my advice. He's got some great ideas, but you've got to put yourself out there. Local groups, local Facebook groups. Get along to Park Run. I put some stuff up in the doctors, about coming along for some chatty runs and social runs. It's free, get along. That's what I'd recommend. But speak to Hayden. He's got some solid advice on growing your group. Gavin, absolutely cracking time on Saturday at the running show. Almost thought the health and safety brigade were going to spoil the run until you and Hayden. Yeah, that's the story. I think probably for Friday's show, take up too much time, Gavin. But thank you very much for supporting us. We appreciate it. Craig's got a pair of Saucony Speed 3s from Start Fitness with your discount code. Not managed to try them out yet. Good luck to you, Craig, in those. I'm sure you will enjoy those. James, if you want to do something locally, I may be able to get you a haul in Hatfield for a super bargain price. I'm not sure we'd get anybody to come along at Hatfield. Let me know if you think that would work. Alf's going to be heading along to the Epping Forest running group that we started on a Thursday. That's great news. James Page, how about James? Behave yourself. He's talking about he wants a special Brooks Launch T-shirt made. I might even get you made for you, so when you go win a 10K and you're crying at the end because I make you run it too fast. Could happen, James. You've been warned. Mark, and chatting to you folks over breakfast on Sunday morning was special. They are pure diamonds. Talking to Mum and Dad, they were having a chat with Mum and Dad. Anyone here tried 33 fuel protein drink for recovery? Is it any good? I've not. I try and source that sort of stuff naturally. But everybody's different. So I can't comment on that because I've not tried it. Just have a look what's actually in there. Sometimes there's a lot of turp. Richard Adams. Good evening, Richard. Hey, 40. I booked the Newport Marathon. I run 3 times a week. Part run, long run. What should be my 3rd run and how far and how far my run be? All right. So you're running 3 times a week. You're doing a part run, you're doing a long run. What day's your long run on? Hopefully not on a Sunday. If it is, that's fine. But what are you doing the rest of the week? I would look to blend it out. It's hard to say on here. But really just try and get some. Depends how you're running your long runs as well. Are you doing running them easy? Are you running them with target pace in there? What are you sort of doing on part run? Are you using part run to run certain times as your high effort? You want to try and blend the week through. So maybe you make your long run your medium effort. You put a high effort in and you run part run easy. It's very, it's very hard to judge it just sitting here. But really want to blend your week out. Try high, medium, low effort through the week. And make sure that you do make sure those sessions you're getting something out of them. That's the key to it. But, long run's important because that endurance that you're going to need for the Newport Marathon. But let me know. Get in touch if you want some more help. Yeah, that's exactly right. Guide 17 is more like the Triumph. It's like a stable Triumph. Mick watched the podcast Friday and you was very well behaved. Oh, Mick, honestly, I'm telling you now, the guys had me on a very tight leash on that running influencers one. I had a list of people. that I could have named and talked about. But we don't want lawsuits here at 40 Runs. Because, will you be testing the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 2? It looks nuts. I had a conversation with somebody about this shoe, and it is extremely aggressive. Extremely aggressive. They run in it. They're a quicker runner than me, and they struggled with it. It's in a very, very extreme shoe. Whether I try it, whether I get sent them, yeah, we could get them in. But is there any upside? Is it an everyday runner's marathon shoe? I would argue not. Yeah, I know they've sent them out to elite runners that they think the shoe will work with. So yeah, let's move on because I don't want to get myself into trouble. I've got a very strong opinion about that, but I've been told to be very, very good about stuff like this now. But I would just say to you, that's the feedback I've got in terms of the aggressiveness of the shoe. So whether that would work for an everyday runner, not so sure. So there you go. Speedgoat half tights, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Alf, there are Joe Rogan interviewing Joe Rogan videos. Could you do a Speedgoat versus Speedgoat mashup interview? Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to do that. Wouldn't it's all about Speedgoat wearing half tights. I think this is great. It's going to absolutely kill me. John, I'm trying to get through these as quick as I can because I've just seen the time. Evening, Chris. I enjoyed your London Marathon training plan video. If you've not seen that, yeah, I put this sort of training plan I'm using for London. London's a through race for me. It's not a goal target race or anything like that. I'm just using this block to try and get some fitness back after New York. With lots of emphasis on goal pace during the week. Correct. What pace are you going to be training at 3:30? So I'm running. So on Saturday, target pace for me is 8-minute miles. That's what I'm going to be dropping in. And it's going to be bloody hard. But that's what I'm going to be doing. That may be too strong for you. I don't think you necessarily need that strong, but that's where I'm at. So that's what we're going to be doing. But let's see how the back holds up. Basically, it's a bit of a trial and error this weekend to see what happens. But 8-minute miles is hard for me at the moment on those longer runs. I'm putting that out there. My fitness is not where it needs to be. It's still not recovered, but I'm working on it. 40, you belter. Best running shoes for someone that has had ankle surgery. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you can still get them, Glide Ride 3. It's got guide toe technology in, which I wouldn't say supports the ankle, but it's all about reducing the flexion of the ankle is the technology in there. Glide Ride 3, if you can get them. Oh, I'm smashing these through now. Evening, Simon. Nice to see you attend the Bruton Park Run in Solihull on Saturday. It was Margaret's 90, but big shout out to her. And because of the running show, around 800 attended. I really enjoyed that park run. It'll be featured. If you want to tell the people I don't know, it's up to you, whatever. But it's on the vlog that comes this Sunday. We've got a small piece, because we popped along there. We didn't want to distract from the show, the fact that we were there. That's why we didn't tell anybody that we was going. But yeah, big shout out to that park run. Thank you to all the volunteers, and obviously happy birthday to Margaret, who I did wish happy birthday as I ran past her. Can we have a Speedgoat themed park run this year with everybody wearing a t-shirt with Speedgoat's face? You're not going to get me in so much trouble. I still can't believe that somebody in America's bought the Speedgoat t-shirt. I think this is brilliant. He's going to be wearing that around the mall, and people are going to look at him and go, "Who's Speedgoat?" It's just so good. It just brings joy to my heart. I heard you mention the Speed 4s, 40. Any idea when they're running and they're out roughly? Training for Manchester, we love them as a race day shoe. I will not comment on this. Stop trying to get me into trouble. But you don't have to wait long. I enjoyed your London Marathon training vlog. Do you have a recovery back-off weeks in there at all? Yes. I've got one coming up. It's called Pathos. I'm going to Pathos to run a half marathon. And I'm going to be larging it round the pool. I'm going to be, if you ever seen the film Sexy Beast, Ray Winston in them trunks, that's going to be me. Nice little thought for Ben. If he listens back to this, Ben, check that video out. Oh, I think we're there. Gary, I usually listen to the shows over my long run on a Sunday. Now I've listened live. What other which other podcast can I find? Hang on. Oh, so he's listened to this live. So usually, oh, Gary, you've done Gary, I've got a brilliant idea. If you've not listened to the live show that we did at the weekend, listen back to that, because that was a cheeky little bonus episode this week that came out. So listen to that maybe on your run. How about that for a great suggestion? And that brings us, people, to the end of Bite Size. I'm on here 10 minutes longer than I should have been, because you lot are brilliant. Gavin, your next t-shirt needs to say Chief Disruptor. Yeah, I'm not an influencer, people. I'm a disruptor. Remember that. That will be the next key term, I'm telling you now. You heard it here first. So, yes, we are back on Friday at 7 o'clock live. Make sure you tune in for the award-winning show. I've got absolutely no idea what we're talking about. I'm just going to put that out there now. I've got a long week ahead of me. So much to do. We've got a load of stuff coming out on the channel this week. Great videos as always. A few shootouts, I think, on some of the videos. I think I've got a video about picking your marathon shoe. Is coming out this week. I think, can't remember exactly, but that's coming out this week. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at @FORDY_runs. Make sure you're following us on TikTok, even though the stuff is terrible. Make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and keep telling everybody about the YouTube channel, please. We need more subscribers, I've decided. I don't usually care about subscribers because it's a vanity metric. And I hate putting it in the videos about subscribing. But I think this year, maybe we should try and get the subscribers up. Let me know if you agree or disagree. So tell everybody about this YouTube channel. I'm not going to pay for adverts like a lot of the YouTube channels do. I refuse to do that. So tell everybody you know, even people who don't even like running, tell them, because we've got some videos coming this year that it's not even really running related. So if you like people cocking about, then make sure you subscribe. So yeah, that's it from me. Thanks very much for sticking around to the end of this live stream. If you take this out on your run, thank you very much for taking this out on your run with you today. We love you. We shall see you all on Friday. I'm going to straighten up the screen because it's been bothering me the whole podcast. And there, I will see you all on Friday. Where's the outro? There it is. I'll catch you all on Friday.